Hello. I made a video about cubes, or these measurements with pike length and cubic meter and stuff, and I said this right here irked me, and I figured out why. Because there's this. This is from meters to cubic meters to cubic centimeters. And then there's this, which is from cubic feet to cubic inches. And if I'm saying this block is 1 cubic foot, then it takes 12 inches, 12 cubic inches to fill in the block, which would be 1,728 blocks. And that's where the problem comes in, is during the conversion. If I do this, it says this has 864 blocks, which if this is a cubic inch block, this is 6 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then it's 6 on all sides. So that doesn't come out to that. It comes out to 216 with this. 0.5 cubed times 12 cubed equals 216. And that's what's happening over here as well, is that if I do this, I get 710,000, but if I do this, I get 357,911, which is what I was getting with just 71 cubed. Because assuming these are centimeter blocks, it'll take 100 centimeters length, width, and depth to create a million. And this is what it, if this is meters, 0.71 meters cubed times 100 meters cubed tells me there's 357,911 cubic centimeters, since that's the conversion. And the best way to illustrate that is with this right here. 1 cubed times 100 cubed equals a million. 2 cubed times 100 cubed equals 8 million, or 200 cubed, which is 8 blocks, and each one has a million, because that's what this 100 by 100 by 100 cube has. If I were to fill it in, it would take a million cubes, assuming this is a meter and these blocks are centimeters. And then 3 cubed times 100 cubed is 27 million, which is just 300 cubed. It's talking about the edge length of a wall, which would take 300 centimeters going out, 300 centimeters going up, and 300 centimeters going that way. But this is how we're using the cubic formula currently. And with this, getting this is correct, because it's not worried about cubes. It's just, well, it kind of is. It's saying this 100 by 100 by 71. That's like 100 cubes, or 100 centimeter cubes that way. 100 centimeter cubes width, length, but then keeping a depth of 71. So that would be how that plays out. And if this cube is 357,911, then that means that's how many liters it holds. But this has a 0.7. 1 cubic meter holds this many, or you put the decimal there, 710. It's almost double that weight. And then also, before I said, as surface area almost doubles, the volume almost triples. So if this is the volume, then triple is a little bit above 1 million, which 1 million doesn't quite triple, because that'd be 9 plus 15 be 1,050,000 roughly. So as surface area doubles, the volume, well, almost doubles, the volume almost triples. And this is the surface area of this in centimeters, and this is the surface area of this square in centimeters. But if I were to change it to meters, it'd be a surface area of 6, so it'd be divided by 10,000. And if I divide this by 10,000, it gives a surface area of 3.02, which is roughly 3. So that all seems to add up fine. And then I figured out something about Pythagorean squares, which the simple ones is 3, 4, 5, and any multiples of them, so that's what this is. And the A is just a representation of a unit of measure from meters to feet to centimeters, miles, whatever. But what I found interesting is that Pythagorean theorem holds even with decimals. If you were to do this and check it, you'd see that it comes out correct. Same thing for this. And this is what I did kind of as an example. 3 meters, and if I squared that number and squared that number and added them together, I'd get that. And 5 meters is that in feet, and if I square that number, I get that. And they're very close, but the issue with that is in the meter conversions, it says multiply meters by 3.281 to get the measurement in feet. So if I do this times 4 times 5, comes out to 9.843 squared, 13.124 squared, and it comes out to this number plus this one. And if you look at it, and you can add it right now on screen, it adds up to that right there. So Pythagorean's triples can work with decimals as well, and if you look it up, it says whole numbers only, but that obviously doesn't matter as long as the unit of measure is consistent, whether it be in decimal form or whole digit form. And what's interesting about this one that I just found by accident is that it's still Pythagorean square, a squared plus b squared equals c squared, but what's weird is c squared is also a, which is in itself kind of weird. This statement is true, but even if I took out equals a and put c squared, that would also be true. And that's why I included this. And the reason I had this one is just because of just finding 0.71. But doing it, completing it, it's still true. And then knowing that about Pythagorean's triples, if I do that, and I'm gonna say this is pi 3.14, but I'm gonna say it's in meters. So it becomes, after doing that, it becomes this, which this statement is true. But to make a square or a cube out of Pythagorean triples, you gotta add the short side to the long side to get the length of the edge of the wall of a cube, which is just getting the length of just this one wall. And that is 21.98 meters, which is roughly 22 meters. But converting that into centimeters, where I can more accurately construct it, is this. And that number cubed is this right here. So there'd be over 10.6 billion cubic centimeters in a cube constructed off the 3.14 meters. But that's all I've really got for now. And the whole point of this was, if these are centimeter cubes, it'd take 1,000,000 centimeter cubes to fill in 1 cubic meter. So however many cubic meters are in a cubed object, because these are cubed objects, but these are just a number of cubed objects. They're not cubed because you can't make a cube out of a rectangle. And that's what I've found on my own, and also this is the formula that I found. A cubed times B cubed equals C cubed. And I looked it up on oeis.org. Can't find a formula. Looked it up on Google. Can't find one. I'm gonna look on Bing now, but so far I can't find anyone that has this formula. Thank you for listening. Bye.